is now up 19-8.
You have a touchdown. And he throws down in the middle and complete to the play.
And
everyone, and thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to LRSD TV. I am your host, Evan Samoilov, and we're here at Collège Jean Sauvé to broadcast the SCAC Volleyball Championships between the Collège Jean Sauvé Olympiens and the Dakota Lancers. The Olympians come into this match as the favorites, going 10-0 during the regular season, which makes them first place in their division. They defeated the J.H. Bruns Broncos in the semifinals in 3 sets to make it to this match. The Dakota Lancers finished with a record of 8-2. Their only 2 losses came to the Olympians, so this should be a very tight game. In their last meeting, they went to 5 sets, with the last set going 15-11. So this is a very close game where anybody can win it. I will throw it upstairs to our booth. Grant McManus and Josh Dorderson. Take it away, guys.
With the varsity girls final between the number 2 provincially ranked Collège Jean Sauvé Olympiens playing on their home court against the number 7 ranked Dakota Lancers. I'm Grant McManus bringing you the play-by-play, and joining me tonight is Cam Johnson, vice principal here at the Collège Jean Sauvé and the varsity boys coach. So welcome, Cam.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here. It'll be a good night. These teams have put a lot of time in all season, so this is a nice night to bring it home at the end of the season.
And we'll expect both of them to be moving on to provincial play, which will begin next Friday night at actually here in your gym. Yep. So hosting the regional play down. So that's exciting time for the student athletes. They worked hard, so you know, this is the performance time. The curtains are going to be opened up here soon, and you're going to get a chance to enjoy some great varsity girls volleyball. And thanks for tuning in to LRSD.TV. If this is your first experience, the broadcast is brought to you by the broadcast media students at the Riel Arts and Tech Center. It's a credit course. They are just exposed to just a fantastic array of experiences under the guidance and leadership of Ken Plaintick. And we're just happy to be part of the ride here with these students. You're going to see lots of different camera angles. You're going to see replay packages. So you're in for a treat to be joining us here on a Friday night. No better place to be if you're not in the gym than with us on the broadcast, Cam.
Yeah, exciting night for sure, and especially exciting to watch these 2 teams. Part of a group of teams in the top half of the top 10 that everyone's been playing really well and had some success against each other. No real clear-cut number 1 this province. Both of these teams have spent some time at the top of the rankings, so it'll be a good match. Yeah,
You know, the unknown right now is obviously the result. Unfortunate circumstances for Coach Ben Albrecht with the Olympians is that 2 weeks ago during the St. Vital Invitational, his outside starting right side, Erica Vermette, rolled her ankle, and she's not able to get back on the court yet. So, you know, it's a matter of a little bit of grit and perseverance by the rest of the squad to you know, be successful. But you know, I've seen this team play, you know, not near as much as you can, but I just know that there is absolutely no quitting these girls. The level of competitiveness that they have and the ability to dig up balls in the back court, because they're not the biggest team around the province, but you know, the amount of balls that they bring up that a lot of teams probably wouldn't be able to is exceptional.
Absolutely.
And Coach Sarah Harrington from Dakota has done a fine job with her girls too. And again, they're not an overly tall team across the board, so it's just grit and determination and keeping the ball in play.
Yep, absolutely, and we'll see both those things on showcase here tonight, I think.
Yeah. So we're just under the announcing of the in-house announcer, Mr. Phil Hebeck from Collège Jean Sauvé. So he will be introducing the teams and the starting lineups, and once he's done, we'll just bring those forward to you so that we're not trying to compete with Phil. So we'll turn it over to him. You may hear it in the background, but we'll be back with you as soon as we start this match.
Number 18, Taylor McGillivray. Number 9, Jaya Djokovic. Number 23, Daytona Jansen. And number 10, Hannah Pankratz. The libero for Dakota, number 4, Taya Ayala-Borns. And ninth place meet, the CJS Olympiens. First of all, number 26, Alyssa Bailey. Number 29, number 4, Claire Desjardins. Number 31, Vanessa Greenhall. Number 23, Kiwi Hughes. Number 44, Katie Kowalczyk. Number 19, Alexis Siwak. And number 20, Erica Vermette. And the starters for CJS Olympiens, number 24, Liberty Walford. Number 14, Julia Arnold. Number 22, Rena Bogowski. Number 21, Corinna Bentley. Number 18, Adam Martins. And the libero, number 55, Jenna Campbell. The Dakota Lancers are coached by Sarah Harrington. And the CJS Olympiens team, assisted by Janet Ditter and Vanessa Smith, Mr. Ben Albright. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials for this evening's game, we have Crystal Smith and Mr. Renz Grace. Please call.
All right, folks, we're just about to get underway. I'd just like to congratulate Angelina, our student from College Jean Sauvé, who was very capable of singing our national anthem. That's got to be a great sense of pride, Cam, when you see your students be able to perform like that in public.
It is, and it's fun all year to see how much student run things are on the 3-ball, doing the scorekeeping, and then obviously all the players on the court there, and having Angelina out there tonight, really special. It's good. It adds a whole element to tonight.
Yeah, it is wonderful, and again, thanks to College Jean Sauvé for hosting. I know you worked hard all year. Our league bylaws this year was the highest ranked varsity girls team, so that's why we are here tonight, because Sauvé was undefeated in league play, so they will start serving this match. It appears as though it is Maya Braun back to serve, so we're just about to get underway, folks. Now coming onto the floor for the Dakota Lancers is the libero. That's number 4, Taya Ayala-Borns. So again, the starting lineups for Dakota Lancers: number 8, Reed Favoni; 15, Taryn Rabb; 18, Taylor McGillivray; 9, Jaya Djokovic; 23, Daytona Jansen; number 4, Taya Ayala-Borns; and number 10, Hannah Pankratz. For the Jean Sauvé Olympiens, serving is number 29. That's Maya Braun. Starting in the middle, Liberty Alford and Brenna Bednowski. On the outside, Julia Arnold, Maya Braun, and the setter, Katrina Bentley. We are off and running here, Cam, in the varsity girls finals of the SCAC Varsity Girls Championship. Sauvé goes up 1-0. Djokovic with the pass, inside middle to McGillivray, off hands.
Good response after the first ball coming in. No, not the pass they were looking to start off with, but a quick response, run in middle, which is what you want to establish early.
Reed Favoni Grossart back on the service line for the Lancers. Braun with the pass, Katrina outside to Julie Arnold. Off the tape.
She'll take it, probably not exactly the shot she was going after, but we'll take it.
Like my scorecard in golf, no pitchers, Cam. Bednowski with the serve, Djokovic with the pass. Taryn Rabb, just a little mistiming into the tape. 3-1 Sauvé. Earlier action tonight, it was the J.H. Bruns Broncos varsity girls taking the third place match over Steinbach Sabres. Sauvé with the free ball. Rabb off hands. Back row to Djokovic. Just a little deep, but good to get her involved early. In the varsity boys third place game, it was Glen Lawn Lions 3-0 over the J.H. Bruns Broncos.
Well, I wonder if there's a little bit of nerves or not at this, a bit of a crowd, got cameras on for the first time. These teams have seen each other a lot though, so it won't take them long to
there won't be
settle
any
in.
surprises in terms of lineups or strategies or game plans. It's just a matter of execution and being able to hand the nerves in what's becoming a pretty packed house here tonight, Cam. So really exciting for these student athletes.
For sure.
Julia Arnold with a roll shot deep down the line to score, and that's going to force Coach Sarah Harrington to take her first time out.
Yeah, there we see one of the shots in the arsenal. Julia's a dynamic hitter, and you know, often in high school you'll see players that have one shot, maybe a secondary shot.
Yeah.
And she's got a few more than that, and we just saw one there. Smart play. They know. Like I said, like you mentioned, they've seen this team a bunch of times, so they've done a little bit of their homework and trying to exploit some of the holes that they figure might be there.
Absolutely. And then down the road in the JV Night of Champions, it was in the third place JV girls. It was the flip of what we had. It was actually Steinbach winning over Bruns, and then it was Glenlawn defeating the College Jean Sauvé Junior Varsity Boys 3-0. So that brings you up to date in what's happening down in Dakota. We'll continue to get updates there. Now on the floor will be the junior girls final, just like we have the varsity girls here. So well played off the net there by the setter for Dakota. Katrina running the middle there with Liberty Alford. She scores off of Reed Pavoni Gossart, 7-1.
Pretty important for Jean Sauvé as missing a big hitter in Erica to be able to spread the offense around like they did right there.
Yeah. Reed with the secondary set. Jakovic with a deep back row attack. Maya Braun with the roll shot. Jakovic again, back row. Outside to Arnold. She gets a good pull on it. A little too much for the libero, although she was there to take it, but just off her hands out of bounds.
You see both teams doing a good job there. Dakota having two balls, keeping them in play, and trying to execute there.
Jakovic with the pass, going step to McGilvery. She scores down the line. Well executed.
Yep, the slide when you hit behind there really forces the blocker to move and test the system there. So a good line shot.
That's Taryn Rabb back on the service line for the Lancers. Deep serve forces Jenna Campbell to react. Ayot Burns with a good dig there. Reed Pavoni with the back row. Good secondary set there. Jakovic just looking to get on top of the game. 2 out the back door so far.
That's a good swing, good pace on that ball for sure. And you hit that one 10 times, and more often than not, you're going to hit a block or catch the back of the line there. Good swing.
That's the pull that she wanted to get, but the setter unfortunately ball tight to the net and got caught under
going under the line there. Yep.
Katrina with the deep serve.
Yep, good serve. You hit the back third of the court like that, and you'll often put teams out of system, which is at this level what you're going for.
Yeah. Reed Pavoni Grossart with a good hand pass there. Jakovic high off hands to score. Gets her on the stat sheet.
Yep.
In the pause of action.
Yep, like we said, you swing the ball 10.
Service line. Taryn Rabb with the pass. Pankratz out to Jakovic. Maya Braun. Out the sideline. That's going to put the setter, Hannah Pankratz, on the service line for the Lancers. Sauvé with 3 hitters up front. Julia Braun having to try and cut that one back inside to save it. Up front for the Olympians is Alford in the middle, Braun on the outside, and swinging out the right side
is Abby Martins on the right.
Martins, yeah.
One thing we've seen early here is probably 6 or 7 attacks from the back row.
Both sides, yeah.
Both
they're
sides.
not not scared to get up and swing, which is what you would expect at this time of the year. Jakovic with a good pass. Gonna earn herself a swing. They're tight on the net. Looked as though Savoni Grossart and Jansen were there, but she found a way to sneak that one through.
Both teams serving and passing pretty well, maybe with the exception of a couple, but for the most part, that part of the game, as I say that, she hits it in the net, but...
the announcers curse.
Yeah, absolutely. Those two parts of the game you want to get down. The rest flows from that.
This is Jaya Jakovic. Nice pass there by Julie Arnold. Nice turn back there by Vodnowski to score in one out of the middle attack.
Yeah, a good attack and a good place deep in the court, whether it's 5-1, that time it was to 1. Good chance of scoring at all levels.
Brenna Vodnowski, the lone grade 11 player on the floor, I believe, Cam?
Yep.
Good swing for Reed Favoni Grossart, just off the antenna, out of bounds.
Yeah, a grade 11 player and an impact player too. I think she might not even be fully aware of the impact that she can bring to the game, but in the last few weeks we've really seen her take a leadership role in her play.
Taryn Rabb off hands inside. Back to Favoni Grossart, off the tape. Going to get the benefit of the doubt on that one. Not sure there was any skin off that one, Cam, but
yeah, I don't know.
The official thought there was, so.
We'll have to go to the instant replay.
There we go, yes. So on the service line here is number 19. This is Jamie DeMontier coming in to serve. Favoni Grossart having a secondary set there. Rob, deep 6. Braun is a good yank on that, but McGilvery gets her hands up.
Yeah, Dakota doing a good job there of handling the ball when their setter took the first ball.
Yeah.
Kind of test the system there, and they executed well.
Good pass there by Jenna Campbell. Great body control by Vodnowski there. In the air, saw the hands, turns it back to 1.
Yeah, she did a good job, both different direction than her last 2 swings there, and showing her her range.
Good call and follow there by Jakovic on the out call. Reed Favoni Grossart back on the service line. 9 serving 17, so Dakota just trying to chip away here and hang in there. Pass by Campbell, goes outside to Julie Arnold. Pulls that one down the line over the setter.
Yeah, another good line shot when you're looking face with a differential and score like this. As a coach, you're just telling your team to stretch it out. A couple points, establish some rhythm for the next set, and you never know what can happen.
Jakovic is passing good ball off the serve receive for her setter. McGilvery with her hands on that, but just couldn't control the pace from Julie Arnold.
Yeah, and you see what happens here when you're up pretty big like this. You're not playing with a whole lot of fear of anything, and you're swinging as hard as you can, and often good things come.
Yeah. Well, I would think that would be part of the Coach Albrecht's game plan, is with Hannah Pankratz in the front row. She'll be challenged to block these kids on the outside. So then you get that middle blocker that's trying to probably reach over a little bit far. So then you're.
Yeah, and spending time on the other side of the curtain here at practice every night with Coach Albrecht. We hear him talk about these things, and a big part of his team right now is with players, with Erica not being on the court, is determining what that looks like. And Abby's come in and done a really great job in the last couple of weeks when she's been called upon. So yeah, it shows how the depth of this team.
Well, and you know, to Abby Martin's credit too, she's been playing well all year, because while it's unfortunate that Eric's injured right now, she has been away for part of the season. Maybe just expand on that, Cam.
Yeah, so Erica had a great chance to compete in beach volleyball for a couple of weeks early down in Argentina, which meant that she was missing, I think it was 3 weeks of the season. So that was all planned for, and a great opportunity for her, absolutely. But a good opportunity for other players too. And obviously being on the court, if you could follow her with a camera, you'd see she's often got a smile on her face, and you know, she's definitely stepped up.
Well, and you know, for some, you know, to get into this sort of thing, and if you haven't had a player needing to play, and you get to this time of year and an injury, that's really can be the difference maker in you know, the success at the end of the season, because those players just haven't had those experiences or opportunities to be playing. So
yeah, absolutely.
Julie with a good pull down the line. Dakota got their hands on it, just able to control off the hands. Right now it's a 10-point difference with Katrina Bentley on the service line for the Olympians. Good pass by Riel. Grossart. Good swing by Djokovic off hands to score.
Yeah, they're going to want to maximize what they can do with her in the front row. She's got a good outside swing.
So back into the front row here is Jansen for the Lancers. That's Taylor McGilvery now in the back line serving. Good pass by Julia.
I'm always impressed, and I guess you watch with the coach's eye, just watching what the Dakota players are doing, faced with a pretty daunting score, but you know, you watch them up at the net, they're all calling out their hitters, they're calling out what they're going to do, back row's doing it too, so obviously, you know, a lot of coaching has gone on there, and they're still playing this set, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. You want to play, you want to stretch it out as far as you can. Even at this score differential, you want to try and get even maybe a little bit of momentum going into that next set.
Yep, absolutely. And how many times does it happen that score differential shrinks and shrinks fast? So, and they know that at this point in time, they've played enough volleyball to realize that it's not over.
But it is can be such a momentum swing in volleyball. It could be a block, it could be a dig, a save, it could be anything. So.
Yep.
Well,
miss serve.
Or, yeah. So that's going to give Hannah Pankratz, the setter for Dakota, 3 hitters up front as she goes back to the service line. So up front with her is Djokovic, Jansen, and Favoni Grossart.
Yeah,
looking just to hit a 31 there with Liberty Alford, and just a little wide out the side.
Just missed the side there, yeah.
Free ball here for Dakota. Out to Djokovic. Looking for hands, just didn't connect.
I like the way she's swinging at that ball, though, and definitely not afraid to make a mistake. And that goes a long way as an athlete there. So she's swinging hard at the ball and leading that.
Dakota to get reset there. A little unfortunate. Katrina did the best she could to try and save that one, being in the back row, but unfortunately they were just able to convert. So 7 points, so they've been chipping away a little bit.
Yep.
Jay Djokovic on the service line. Maya Braun cross court. Off hands, Djokovic. Ball up. Rob, free ball over.
Good swing there by Brennan in the middle, but both teams there showing some good movement in the back row and not letting the ball drop. Like good ball control.
Yeah. Yeah, very mature play by Badowski in the middle. You know, looks like the middle blocker on the other side has her all squared up, but she's able to turn her body either back to 1 or 5.
Yep.
Good swing there, probably the best swing of the night for Braun so far.
Absolutely, yeah.
And good swing there by Favoni Grossart. That's going to bring number 18 back in. No, pardon me, number 19 for Dakota Lancers. That's going to be Jamie DeMonche coming in to serve again. That's the beauty of the unlimited sub rule here in high school athletics. It allows coaches more players to get in.
Yeah, and it allows you to have use someone regularly for serving or almost another libero. You got options. It's nice as a coach.
Nice take there by DeMonche coming in to serve, and then a great dig And for Boney Grossart. So nice exchange there by the Lancers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're earning these points. The defense keeping the ball off the floor and transitioning really well.
Yeah, and you can see their excitement. They've got some positive body language out there.
Yep.
Just off the outside half for hand. That brings onto the floor the libero for the Lancers, number 4, Taya Ayot Burns. Djokovic passing good ball tonight. McGilvery, good swing. Rob off hands. Outside to Julie Arnold. Again, good set of hands, but that's the first set to the College Jean Sauvé Olympiens, 25-17. But full credit to the Lancers there. They were down, the entire match, but probably that last 4 or 5 points, they were the best 4 or 5 points of that set, Cam.
Yep, they settled down, and I think that's the way they're going to want to play now, and they won't find themselves way down early in the set. Credit to them, though. They showed themselves just what they got to do. So I'm pretty sure the heads aren't hanging too low in that timeout.
Yeah. Just like fishing, though, you don't want to let it too much line. You can't reel it back in.
That's right. I'm just watching Coach Andrew Town over there telling the girls right now. I can almost hear him from up here, just telling them we just got to clean up a few points early and play the way we did at the end of that set. And he's exactly right there. Good, some balls coming off the floor in position 1. Big hitting in the front row. And on the Sauvé side, they didn't. They played pretty clean. It looked like they really trying to get the middle established, and I think they did a good job of that.
Yeah, so as the teams are having a debrief over that first set and the coaches are handing in their lineup cards to the second official, we'll bring you the MHSAA 4A Varsity Girls Power Rankings for this past week as we head into conference playoffs. All the conferences have to have their results done by tonight and submitted to the MHSAA office. So our last round of rankings at number 1 in the 4A girls was the Mennonite Brethren Hawks. 2, the Jean Sauvé Olympians that you're seeing here tonight. Number 3, Lord Selkirk Royals. Number 4, Sturgeon Heights Huskies. Number 5, Vincent Massey Brandon Vikings. Number 6, the Portage Trojan Saints.
Just battled it out in power pool play on the Thursday night, and then down to a championship where Jean Sauvé and MBCI played in the final. MBCI taking that one, but really neat weekend, that tournament. Exciting for the St. Vital High Schools put on by LRSD here.
And congratulations,
teams.
Cam, to you and your committee, because they've been long-standing. I think it was the 54th edition.
Yep.
Up until that point, they've been separate tournaments, and this year there was a decision made to try and bring it together and really bring a showcase varsity tournament at the end of the season. So we had the top, 16 varsity girls, top 16 varsity boys, 32 teams. Lots of volleyball. Every team played 3 best-of-3s on Thursday night, 2 best-of-5s Friday, 2 best-of-5s Saturday. So the kids earned their sleep on the weekend, and it was through the assistance and cooperation of the good folks next door here to College Jean Sauvé at the Dakota Community Center Fieldhouse. That we're able to access those 6 courts and really make it a real event, festive occasion for these kids. It was fun.
Yeah, lots of fun.
And again, it was the first round of volleyball broadcast for this crew. So that was just 2 weeks ago. So they're familiar with facility, and now they're getting dialed in on the game of volleyball. So it's been good all the way around. So we're 1-1 here. We've got Taylor McGilvery on the service line. Jenna Campbell with the pass. Liberty Elford with the cutback. Dakota keeps it up. Free ball here. Djokovic with the good swing off of hands. Ball still in play. Julie Arnold inside set, scores deep line, or deep down to the end line.
Well, good start to this set. We saw Taylor McGilvery start with a big right side swing, and then we have Djokovic with another swing, and then we have Julia Arnold gets the ball back for Jean Sauvé. So 3 big swings on a 2-1 score in the second set here.
Good control, unselfish play by Jansen there. You know, those are putbacks that a lot of players will overswing and be in the net. So good discipline just to flick it back down and earn the point.
Yep.
Good adjustment there by Martins. He gets to get a swing on that one. Pavoni Grossart with a good job off the hands. Great effort by Julie Arnold going under the net trying to save that one.
Yeah, forced the ref to make the call on that one.
Yeah.
One of the things you'll see there, if you when you watch Jean Sauvé here siding out, our setter is in position 1, but we still have our left sides. Everybody swings all the way over to the left here, and so you'll see right side hitter Abby Martins have to go all the way over to position 2, but they do it to release their outside for that exact reason.
Great effort there to keep the ball off the floor by Dakota. McGilvery with a nice controlled dig. Djokovic, big swing.
Well, they're not holding back on either side of the net here, are they?
No. No, the arms are warmed up. They're pulling hard on the ball right now, Cam.
Yeah.
Taryn Rabb with the pass. Pavoni Grossart hitting out of the middle off of that rotation serve receive. So 4-all here in the second set of the varsity girls.
Alford doing a good job just taking away the big part of the court there and force him into a second shot.
Yep. McGilvery with a nice dig there. Back out to Djokovic. Good hard shot across to 5.
Yeah, playing with a lot of confidence. I think she saw that block and cut it around and hit a little bit sharper shot than she did in the last few.
Just watching the replays here, Cam, and then watching our student camera crew, I continually be amazed that how quickly in 12 weeks they've learned to manage all this equipment, do all the production, and then not only learn how to run the cameras, but learn where to be, because the floor camera and the angles, like these kids are not they're not volleyball players, so to be able to understand where to be watching and anticipate.
Yeah, it is really impressive.
Yeah,
there's a lot more to it.
Oh yeah. Good joust there. Trina pulls that one off the net. A little extended rally here, so we're going to go back outside to Taryn Rabb.
And the look on her face said it all there. She wanted that one, and she got the point back for the Dakota Lancers.
Yeah. I remember when we did our very first broadcast, Cam, it was at Glenlawn. We were probably only 5 weeks into the first time the course had been offered. There was 3 students in the course. So there was more friends and volunteers of Ken Plainton helping with all the work. And they were literally unpacking monitors and cameras as we were setting up for the production. It was a lot of fun. And then again, they just did such a great job. So
well, and now that there's been a few years under their belt, some of the graduates are going on to
absolutely.
I think one of our CJS alumni is working, I don't know if it's TSN or CBC, but great opportunities.
Is that Kim?
No.
Okay. I know one of the girl, Kim, was one of those first 3. She's turned it into a job with the Winnipeg Jets or whoever the visiting team responsible for updating online scores. So she's done well. So here we are, 6-all in the second set. Pavoni Scott off hands there. Back out to Abby Martins off hands. McGilvery with the dig. Going back row to Djokovic. Podnoski with the heads up. They almost dug that one up.
Yeah, and if you watch watch the way Dakota sets up on defense. They're really tied in around all the attackers, so tips aren't going to generally score too much, but Brenna found a way on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, both teams have settled into a nice rhythm here. Confident swinging. Big press there by Jansen. Good dig by Julie Arnold. Great awareness there by.
Yeah, and often you see that in extended rallies. People have to reset, but it tests that system. Can you collapse and make the dig? Start off by a big pipe there by Djokovic just prior to that point being scored.
We've got DeMonte coming in for her service specialty here now. Forcing an out-of-system ball by
I think Pankratz would want that one back. That's the ball she was. She's been over and she's nodding her head. Yes, I got that one. Reset.
Grab with got a quick release on her.
Yep, yeah, she gets the hand up high and a big swing, and when she comes down, she lets you know how happy she was with the point. Good intensity.
She's not going to win the tail of tape out here, but you know, very athletic, strong jump, and like you said, quick release and animated. High contact point. Campbell with the passing serve. Taylor McGilvery with the putback on Badowski.
Yeah, two big, tall middle players, one-on-one there.
Yep.
Dakota came away with it.
We have Reed Favoni's Grossart back with Dakota up 9-8. Kovic with the dig. And Badowski comes back with a solo block on her side. So 9-all with Maya Braun back on the service line.
You see why these teams are top teams in the province, because they're not a lot of balls are just falling. It's, the points are being scored on hard attacks and on good blocking plays.
Yeah, points are being earned. Yep, for sure. Deep serve to Djokovic. Slide step to McGilvery. Good dig there by Campbell.
The way these outside hitters on both teams are swinging right now, if you don't have both hands pressing hard, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to go off the side and out for a point.
That last dig there by Jenna Campbell was an indication, folks, if you haven't seen her play much, of her athletic talent and just her sheer grit and determination that she is not going to get beat.
No, she loves that part of the game. She's not afraid of.
Yeah, the provincial finals last year between them and Portage, it was an absolute clinic by the two liberos. They just absolutely strapped it on and said, "Bring it," and we're digging everything in sight. It was so much fun to watch. Yeah,
it adds a whole other element to the game, and that position needs a little bit of that sort of attitude. It's not really a position where you hang back and
no, it's not for the faint of heart when you get to this point.
No. You don't get to swing it ball. You don't get to score points as the libero. So that's the way you bring it to the game, is
that's
sort of be all over the place and keep it up off the floor.
Yeah. So this is the biggest differential here in the second set. It's only 3 points. Sauvé up 12-3. So we've got our first timeout of the set with Sarah Harrington, coach of the Lancers, calling a timeout.
Yeah, just settle everybody down, get back. It's the next ball focus. 12-10 for whatever reason is a lot different than 12-9.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that $9.95 instead of $10, right?
Yep, yep. There's those thresholds in the score that you want to work towards. And
so Maya Braun back on the service line. She was on the service line as the timeout was called, so she comes back with a good serve out of the timeout. Great display there of Julie Arnold's ability to see the floor and look for the open spot.
Yeah, those are little things that she does very well that not a lot of players always do. A lot of it, that's often a bump for most players in a free ball.
They got Burns with the pass. McGilvery up. Squeezes that one inside.
Oh, she did a great job getting high on that ball. From where we are, we can see it perfectly how much she twisted in the air, meaning she saw the set, recognized the situation, and cut it around the blocks. Great play.
Campbell with the pass. Katrina Bentley. I was just thinking, I'm not sure if I've ever heard Katrina call for help. Very rarely.
Yeah, if she does, it's quiet.
Yeah, just great anticipation. Range, athletic ability on the setter's behalf for the Olympians. Nice combo there between Katrina and Badowski.
Yeah, you see these girls, like I said, being on the other side of the curtain every night. You get to know the girls and walking through school and stuff, obviously. So they got pretty special characteristics and personalities as student athletes, no question. A real big play.
Big set of hands there by McGilvery.
She's got a very big presence over the net. There's no doubt. Blocking and attack, she's got a lot of control when she gets her hands.
Yeah, we're being treated to great play in the middle on both sides here. 2-point game. McGilvery serving, 12 serving 14. Ball's out to Julie Arnold. Turns it down the line. Taryn Rabb recognizes it's wide and lets it go.
Yep, I think she obviously wants the kill. You look at the score, you wish it went the other way, but that's just a volleyball play. You know, it was a good C ball by Martins, the miss on the outside, and Dakota's doing what they need to do to force that shot. So.
Jansen will want that one back, just a little extra press.
Yeah, exactly. She went up there and kind of slapped at the ball a little bit more than just pressed to 6. Pretty natural feeling to want to really be aggressive up there, but better off to just push it.
Back row to McGilvery.
This is what I was talking about before too. Like you look, the change in score will change the way players play. Not that she was shying away from anything, but you're not just swinging with reckless abandon. When you're up by 10 points, you don't really feel the pressure of the mistake so much.
Don't grip the stick so tight, as they say.
Yep.
A little quicker set out to Djokovic there. Block wasn't quite ready to set on her, and she good pace and squeeze that one through.
Absolutely.
Nice pass there by Campbell. Arnold looking for the wipe. Back row to Rob.
Dakota's doing a good job, and when you make a few big plays up at the net there in the middle and on the outside with your block, you can't help but as a hitter start to want to avoid that block and go to a secondary shot. Bentley taking matters into her own hands.
That's right,
there.
yep. Trying to catch Dakota off guard, and she did, although they got a couple touches on it, but just not enough to bring it back into play.
Yep.
Sauvé with 3 hitters up front with Martins, Elford, and Braun. Djokovic on the outside, turns that one down the line over Abby Martins.
You can see her in her whole approach. That was the shot she was going to go up and hit off the block and outside, and she executed it well. Lots of power behind that.
She's also another grade 11 player. Very explosive. Nice pass. Good read there by Favoni Grossart.
We've seen a bit of a swing here now on the Dakota side. They're swinging. They're playing with more confidence,
They
swinging
are.
hard at the ball, and Sauve's starting to tip and roll a little bit more as well.
Both setters have done a really good job of distributing the ball and keeping all their hitters engaged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little bounce off the net, but
Yep.
maybe he's just slowed it down enough to keep it inbounds.
I think that probably worked to her benefit. But
Yeah.
like I said before, if the camera zooms up on her, you'll see her a big smile on her face.
Yeah. Outside to Braun. A little bit of change of direction off the block, and McGilvery just not able to gain full control off the dig.
Yep, you see Liberty Alford back to serve again. They've had kind of a rotation going with their middles here, which has helped to develop some of that depth.
Inside set to Braun. Good dig there by Djokovic, keep the ball alive.
Well, it looked like the ball might have just been out, but it was pretty quick shot. So
Yeah,
good call by the ref to not influence it. We'll just do it over again.
that's right. Let the players earn it. 18-all here in the second set. Liberty Alfred on the service line for the Olympians. Good pass there by McGilvery. Jansen cuts it back.
Well, good little higher set there in the middle of that time, which allowed her to delay the arm swing a little bit. Block goes up and down, and she hit it back to one.
Yeah, different attackers with Jansen and McGilvery. I would think that's probably the preference for Jansen, is maybe that little higher set. McGilvery comes a little bit quicker and harder.
Yep.
Tied at 19 here in the second set of the Varsity Girls South Central Athletic Conference Varsity 4A Final here from College Jean-Sauvé. You're watching LRSD.TV. It's a broadcasting media course. All the production done by students at our Riel Arts and School Tech Center. Nice single block there by Badowski. She does have a real sense of like hand position when you watch closely with her. It's not just like throwing hands up. Like she really works to control the ball with her hands on the block.
Yeah, and I know that Coach Albrecht takes a lot of time with video and is very deliberate about what's happening when their hands are up above the net. So he's giving them some direction on whether they should be taking away position 1, position 5, and they're doing a good job of that.
We're tied at 20. Favoni Grossard on the back service line. Two hitters up front for Dakota. Back row attack by Julie Arnold, takes a little bit off and scores in front.
Yeah, a little bit of a change of pace there, and defense dug in a little bit.
Maya Braun serving.
Oh, they ran that step again there. A little bit less pace on it that time, but they're getting the separation on the block, but maybe not quite the pop on the ball they're looking for.
22-20 going into the timeout call by Coach Harrington for the Lancers. So again, following this match, schedule start at 8:30, but we'll see. We'll bring you to it. We'll bring you the match as soon as we're able. And that match will be the varsity boys for a final between the number 2 ranked Dakota Lancers and the number 3 ranked Steinbach Sabres. Again, no strangers to each other.
No, I think between them and St. Paul's, I think they've found each other at the end of most tournaments or in the semifinal on their way there.
Yeah. Again, they just need to, right now, get a good pass, let Pankratz run their full offense, and
Yeah, and it is very much a one-point focus here. That's the thing that's right in front of you. Just do your job on this 1 point, whatever it is, and execute this 1 point.
Yeah.
No one wins the set on this next point. So
No.
let's get the ball back. And
No,
defend.
you go to a 1 point difference versus a 3 points, and right. So.
And 23 is one of those scores that there's always a chance, and then 23 though the grip gets a little tighter.
Well, that's the pass we were talking about. Good heads-up play by Rab. She's been effective out in the left side there. She's changing the speed up.
They got a pretty powerful front row in the front here for Dakota.
Yeah.
As does Jean Sauvé. This is a good lineup. We'll see where setter Katrina Bentley wants to put the ball here.
Yeah. Not sure what the reason for that reserve was, but Taryn Rab will reload from the back line. Julie Arnold with a good pass in the middle. Good timing there. She just goes over top of McGilvery.
Yeah, and the more you set in the middle, the more you start to train the middles, which is really important to do too, and that'll open up your outsides later on in the game.
And McGilvery comes right back though with her answer. 23-20, and McGilvery's on the service line for Dakota. Jansen back in. So it's Jansen, Djokovic, and Pankratz in the front row for the Lancers. Bentley, Alford, and Arnold for the Olympians. Good set of hands there. Looking inside again. Great effort there by Katrina. We're tied at 23. Everybody's earning their points this set, Cam.
Yep. I was going to say, I bet you Coach Albrecht about time for a timeout, and there he is.
Yep.
Well, you watch these teams though, you don't see a lot of heads down. You don't see anything on either side when these timeouts are called. They're going back in there, and they're probably both saying about the same thing. Just do our jobs, stay calm, let the ball come to us, and go out and execute here.
Yeah, and this is just to reassure that they are doing all the right things. Just make sure that, like we talked about, one pass. Make sure you get the pass first. Don't worry about where the swing is. It's you need the pass to get into Katrina's hands. Yeah,
and at 23 all, there's that natural tendency to hope and to wonder, or to if that ball's close to the line, I hope it's out. And just those little reminders to give us coaches that earn these next 2 points.
Yeah.
They're not going to let you have them.
No.
Go out and earn them yourself, and we'll see what both teams do here in this crunch time in the second set.
That's right. So again, both setters have 2 hitters up front, but that doesn't limit their offense because they've been setting lots of back row pipes tonight already. So.
Yep.
Taylor McGilvery with the serve. Nice pass by Julia. She gets the return set. Speaking of back row, a little off speed there by Rob. Julia, Liberty Alford. Inside. Jess was in the right spot, just let press.
Yep. Neither side, though, is taking it easy there. It's
No.
swinging at the ball here, which is good right at the end of a set.
Yeah. As I say, it needs to press. That's easier said than done. There's a lot of pace on that ball by Julia, too.
Absolutely. Well, we're going right down to the wire here.
Yeah, we are.
You could kind of tell and get a sense of the way Dakota finished that last set, that the way that set started wasn't going to be the way this match was going to go. So here we are tied 24 all in the second set.
3 hitters up front for Dakota.
Advantage Sauvé there on another good big swing there by Djokovic.
Julie Arnold on the service line. possible set point. Pass by McGilvery. Nice dig there by Rob, keeps the ball in play. Djokovic. Half roll shot there. Djokovic going to get another set. No, she's not. Pavoni Grossart cross court. Little extended rally here at the end of the set. Again, good aggressive play by Djokovic. Just on the wrong side of the inch on that one, Cam.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, you know, lots of momentum gained, lots of good things done by both sides. But, you know, Dakota, we're far from over yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Tough to win those, bounce back sometimes from those sets when you feel it and it just slips away. But they'll regroup. They've been to this this place before when playing each other.
Yes.
And not just each other, but other top teams. I mean, we were talking about the Save Patel Invitational earlier, but all tournaments, teams 1 through 6, 7 on the girls' side have had success against each other. So. Yeah,
and that was where, well, currently the Midnight Brethren Hawks varsity girls are now #1, but as they went into that weekend, they were, I believe, 5, and Dakota was 4. So they've. From him, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they were selling them somewhere.
No, it's from our secretary.
No worries. Yeah. I'm going to run over to the community club. We're like needing caffeine and real sugar.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have any more. Yeah, I don't have any more. There might be
So
one.
again, it's our pleasure to be bringing you the broadcast here from College Jean Sauvé, the host school for our Night of Champions for the South Central Athletic Conference. Varsity 3rd place and championship games. Again, our results in our 3rd place girls game was J.H. Bruns defeating Steinbach Sabres 3-1. Then it was the Glenlawn Lions defeating the J.H. Bruns varsity boys. Here's the highlight package here. So that's our net cam. We'll first view from that. So that'll come into play here maybe in this 3rd set. Again, it was the Glenlawn Lions over J.H. Bruns in the varsity boys 3rd place. And we are into set number 3 here with the Jean Sauvé Olympians up 2-0 over the Dakota Lancers. Currently, Jean Sauvé varsity girls are #2 in the province, and the Dakota Lancers are #7. So we were entertained with a 26-24 result in the 2nd set, Cam, and looking forward to the 3rd set here.
Yep, toughest set to win, right? Is the 3rd set in volleyball. So we'll see how the Lancers come out, and Sauvé as well. 0-0 now though, and it starts with the first pass. Sounds pretty cliche, but that is the way it is in this sport.
Yep. So it will be again Maya Campbell back to serve for the Olympians. The varsity boys are starting to roll in here now, getting ready for their game. And we're underway.
Yeah, so you see there in this this rotation for Dakota, they have the middle hitting the first ball on the right side there, actually, which she's had some success there. Taylor McGilvery. And you see what that does. It puts a lot of pressure on the middle because that middle player's got to go left or got to go right. And if the setter makes the right choice, you're looking at a one-on-one.
I wouldn't say that was a crucial, but you know, a desired kill by Djokovic after her last 2 swings in that last set.
Yep.
So get her back on the positive side of the ledger here.
She doesn't strike me as the kind of player who's going to get too hung up on a ball here or there. She looks pretty tough.
Well disguised dump there by Bentley.
First one, we haven't seen that so much from from either setter, really. So effective when it only pops up here and there.
tight play there for Pankratz. Got called on a net violation. Little Culver over the net by Djokovic. Alford with the tip. Dakota with the deep free ball, trying to get reset on defense here. Alford with the attack. Little off-speed shot. Scores.
Yeah, she don't know if she got a full swing on that one. The ball might have been behind her head a little bit on that, but found the floor.
Yeah. There's a good pass. Little jab at that one. Alfred will want that one back. Keep it under control.
Yeah, little momentarily loss of what she wanted to do there, I think. But
Pankratz back on the service line, gives her 3 hitters up front. Good aggressive serve. Good set by Bentley, and had the potential to be in a net assistant ball, but she's just gets to a lot of balls and turns them back into real hittable balls for her hitters.
Yeah.
I was talking to in our other matches. Is there ever a bad missed serve? At least that one, it's over the net. It forces the other team. It's an aggressive serve. It forces the other team to make a decision.
Yep, and as you're coaching, you don't want players to be scared of the miss, because then they're not putting a serve over that's going to put the other team in trouble.
Yeah, because then it's going to come back that much faster at you. So.
Yeah, and the reality is a volleyball set really doesn't go to 25. Both teams are going to miss a serve or 2 or 3, so it's just limiting those errors, but understanding that they're going to happen. It's the ones that go on the bottom of the tape that drive you a little crazy as a coach, but out the back, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Good swing by Martins. They're tested the block, and I think that's what smaller player. I've talked to her a little bit about that, and I know Coach Albrecht has as well. Sometimes it's just hit hard and test the block. Good things can happen.
Yeah, it may look like the hands are there, but if they don't have their their shoulder set, chance to sneak it through or roll it down in front of them.
Yep, absolutely.
So again, if you haven't been part of our other broadcast tonight, we'd like to thank and congratulate the good folks over at Kahuniverse Sports on Bishop Grannon, more probably locally known as Home Run Sports.
Yep.
To Mike Ham and the ownership group for their support of not only our athletic programs in Riel School Division, but the SCAC Conference. They're providing the T-shirts to the player of the games, and if I understand it correctly, there will be All-Stars presented at the end of this girls match for the varsity girls this year, and those player awards are compliments of Kahuniverse Sports, so we'd like to thank them for their support, as well as at the, as Cam talked about, the St. Vital Invitational there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they're always ready to say yes and jump in and and help add another element, high quality element to
real
our,
good
our
community
play.
business. So, yeah, Dakota's letting out a little bit of line here, so they're hoping to reel it back in, down 3-8. Little deep there, behind her head, Abby Martin. So
they're going to want to take this and turn it into a .85. Is a lot of reason to keep pushing here.
Yeah, Djokovic has served well so far. So Jenna Martins turns that into a 3. Jansen.
Big play in the middle there, which is
well played by Jansen, reading the attack. Wrapped her hands around that one.
Djokovic and McGilvery both in the back row. Those are good big points to make in the front.
Again, aggressive play by Julia, no holding back.
Yeah, tough angle to hit that ball from.
Good deep serve by Djokovic. Trying to hold that outside hitter from releasing, but they did a good job in converting on the Sauvé side of the net.
Yep. And we see that a lot. That's a big part of their success. There aren't too many balls that they have to give over, bumping or free balls.
Yeah.
We haven't seen too many of those.
No, not at all. Quick delete button, reset, and pass the next ball.
Yep. Not another big swing though, but I don't think that set was quite where she wanted it. Usually on that back row set, you want it to be right on the attack line or just ahead of it, depending on who your hitter is. And that one was
let the players
behind
move
her
into
head,
it.
behind her head a little bit.
Good pass there by Rab. Goes back to Grossart Favoni. Favoni Grossart, I guess it is. Sorry.
Yep.
Unable to control that one. So Dakota earns a point there.
I think Gratz did a great job of pushing that ball back. Said she had to push it back from about zone 3 on the net there, and it made a great set.
Into the game now to serve. Jamie DeMonche.
I love that.
That's not a frequent occurrence with Jenna Campbell passing.
Nope. I love that when you served into sub and subbed into serve, sorry, and you ace them up.
That one handcuffs Julia.
Yeah,
good deep serve. Didn't get any help from her teammates on that one, and wasn't sure.
Yeah, if you can put that ball deep and no higher than the top of the antenna, that's your goal as a server, and she's done that 2 times in a row, and the score has shrunk here. The lead has shrunk for Sauvé.
So DeMonche doing a good job coming off the bench serving. We'll see what she does with this one. Her last 3 have been deep. Julie Arnold passes that one. Alford converts that one, scoring to deep 6.
Yeah, good swing
deep
by
5.
Yeah, good swing by Alford. The last number of attempts there, she's either a little late or it's in transition or she's tipped or rolled. That one she took a full swing on and
had some pace
and earned the point.
Nice pass there by Ayat Barnes.
Well, that's what you're talking about there, Grant, that the hands over the net and really lots of control, palms to 6, not a lot of room to hit that ball.
Liberty Alford on the service line, 13 serving 10. Nice pass there by Terrence. Good hustle. Well played there by Djokovic. Might have expected a free ball pass, but she comes up swinging out of the back row. Extended play here, outside to Maya. Well played there by McGilvery just to save that one, keep it in play.
Well, no freebies on that rally, that's for sure.
Again, a well-earned point. Thing I look at after those extended rallies, Cam, is, do we have any hands on hips or hands on knees other than getting ready? They're not tired. Like their fitness level, obviously they've been working hard all year.
Yep. 2-hit call there, and haven't had any ball handling really, but
no, it's been a pretty clean game that way. So again, Liberty Alford on a couple serving points here. Ayat Burns with a good pass, goes back to Favoni Grossart. Little 31 for Podolsky. Djokovic with a quick release there out of the back row. grab on the middle part of that ball, punching it out the side.
Yeah, I don't think she got all of the approach that she needed on that one.
Good pass by Djokovic there. McGilvery with great effort there by Julie and Katrina. Keep that one alive.
Yep.
Like we talked at the top of the broadcast, neither team lets any ball drop.
No,
There's just a sense of pride to track everything down.
That's for sure. And that sums up those two young ladies right there with that kind of effort.
Nice turn there by Djokovic.
Yeah, good swing by Maya on that one there. Just the nature of her swing often puts tests that outside blocker's hands and put them out of system. Got a ball back.
So 6-point difference right now. 17-11. Jean Sauvé up 2-0 here in the Varsity Girls South Central Athletic Conference Varsity Girls Final here from College Jean Sauvé. Again, the winner of this match will represent the South Central Athletic Conference in the Varsity 4A Girls Provincials, and in all likelihood, our finalists, the loser of this match, will at least get consideration for wildcard, either to play or, if not, getting a spot outright based on the fact that both teams have been in the top 10 all year. So.
Yep, absolutely, and. Like we said a couple of times here tonight, both teams in a lot of big matches throughout the year, both Jean Sauvé and Dakota, and I'm sure that's going to continue into provincials. It's really lining up to be quite the provincial tournament this year, just based on how the last results of the last tournaments have been.
And our South Central Athletic Conference is hosting the regional final, so the girls' site will be here at College Jean Sauvé, and the boys' site will be at Dakota Collegiate. So I believe matches will start on Friday at maybe 2 o'clock, maybe go 2, 4, 6, and 8.
I think that's right.
And then Saturday they'll go noon, 2, 4, 6. And then the semifinals, the final four will go on the 28th, 29th, the Thursday, Friday from Investors Group Athletic Center, and we'll be bringing you the broadcast for the varsity girls and varsity boys MHSAA Final Four. Well, not the way Dakota wanted to come out of that timeout.
No, a little miscue there. I think McGilvery was running that slide, hit out of the 90, and Pankratz had a different idea, so got their signals crossed there.
Yep, just a little tight on the net for Pankratz. She's having have to try to save a lot of balls at the top of the tape there.
Tough to play in this score again, kind of like in that first set, but they have been here before. And, they got to start with 1 point here.
Yeah. Yeah, they need something to get it turned.
Good swing again out of the middle. Sauvé putting a few points up on the board from the middle here, which is good for them.
Would like to see what she sees from inside, because you can just tell she's got great vision.
Yeah.
Right? Her body control in the air. There's a great shot by Djokovic and an even better dig by Campbell. Big inside set there, probably too far for Djokovic. Unfortunate net touch.
Yeah, a lot of power coming into that front row lineup there with those two hitters in the front row for Dakota. Lots to contend with on the if you're playing defense there.
Daytona Jansen into the game in the front row here, so that gives Pankratz, Djokovic, and Jansen front row.
And Jansen's had a few big blocks as well. We'll see if she can register one here.
Got her hands on it, but Julia recognizing that goes high off of hands. So.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about the big lineup of Dakota on the last point. Well, that one there we had Brenna and Julia out, and that's also a big front row for Sauvé.
Yeah. Good pass there. Djokovic hits the seam in that block, scores off hands deep.
No quit in her game,
No.
that's for sure. She was swinging at that ball the same way she did right from the very first set that she got. Great job.
Good to see, because grade 11 player playing here, it's a tough spot for them. But I know she had lots of experience last year in the club season, playing as an underage kid. So she's had lots of experiences.
She'll be a major player in years to come for sure.
Nice score there by Favoni Grossart. Again, chipping away, 15-22.
Yep, found that conflict zone just perfectly on the Sauvé side there, and hit that 15 threshold. They can knock off a few points here.
Pankratz with 3 swings up front. Not quite a paintbrush, almost a little off the side of the ball there, and a little deep for Liberty.
Trying to place the ball a little bit, maybe.
Nice pass there by Jenna Campbell. There's that presence of Jansen at the front net. Rob with a good block, or a good dig. Great effort by the Lancers there.
Darren Rob, there are some big defensive plays in the back row.
Yeah, there's some pretty good competitive kids here, not wanting to get beat on defense. McGilvery with the pass. Inside set to Djokovic off hands. Still in play from Braun. Outside to Arnold. McGilvery just can't handle it. Possible match point here for the College Jean Sauvé Olympiens, with Katrina Bentley back on the service line, so that gives her 3 swings up front. They'll be looking to block to finish out this match. Deep serve, pushes it back. Goes outside. Just a little wide.
Just a little wide, yep.
Still a breath of life left.
Yep, right till that last whistle.
Yep. Well, these are important points too, because at this point it looks like Dakota's going to be entering a wild card. All results. You want to be closing the gap as much as you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tremendous net play on both sides. Now that's an impressive swing. Even at this point in the year, 2 kids getting blocked like that, you're almost expecting some kind of off speed, but she just gets up there and rips on a ball. So.
Yeah, if she's going to throw something off speed, it's usually because she's seen something.
Yeah, not because she's been blocked. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So congratulations to Coach Ben Albrecht and the College Jean Sauvé Olympiens. They've gone through the South Central Athletic Conference Varsity Girls League undefeated. So they will represent SCAC in the upcoming MHSAA Provincial Championships. We are, the girls will shake hands and congratulate each other, and then we'll line them up, and there will be the player of the game and the League All-Stars, I believe. So we'll bring those to you as soon as we hear what they are, folks. But first broadcast we've done with you, Cam. It's been a pleasure. So I look forward to the varsity boys match here.
Lots of fun, yeah. Fun to be part of the night here. They really, it adds a whole other element to the season, which was the main point from the outset, and lots of fun.
Well, it does 2 things. It gets the kids ready for provincials, and for those kids that aren't going on, it gives them an experience that sometimes they wouldn't get, right? They get to play under the big lights, as they say, Friday night lights.
Friday night lights in Jean Sauvé Gymnasium.
Yeah.
In front of a pretty big crowd, too. Stands are full upstairs, and the seats are full downstairs. So
absolutely.
I don't know how many people that is, but we're in the hundreds anyway.
Well, and we know that there will be a big raucous crowd from Steinbach. So I can see the girls, or varsity girls. There's a bunch of fans from Steinbach in uniform with faces painted.
Yeah, remember the days there, well, not too long ago, where no garbage can was safe either. But I think they've changed the rules.
Yeah,
so
I think there can't be any artificial noisemakers. So
it's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So our league convener, Pat Alexander, is just conferring with coaches and tallying everything else. So.
Congratulations. Good luck as we go back to the pitchers. Now, first of all, the players of
I am down here with the head coach of the Jean Sauvé Olympiens, Coach Albrecht. Coach, first off, how proud of you are your team for winning this championship game?
Oh, really, really proud of the girls. They've worked hard all year. They put a lot of time in. We've had some injuries throughout the year. They've faced a lot of adversity, and they overcame it and played a really, really good match.
What have you liked seeing from your team as the season progressed into this game?
Just a lot of character. These girls just fight so hard for everything, and they don't give an inch. And I'm really, really proud of them. Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
That was the head coach of the Jean Sauvé Olympiens, Coach Albrecht. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to LRSD TV. Make sure you watch our next stream where we broadcast the SCAC Varsity Boys Championship game between the Dakota Collegiate Lancers and the Steinbach Regional Sabres. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank
you, Coach.
So thank you, Graham, our in-house host here with Coach Ben Albrecht. We're just going through the presentations of the banners. Julie Arnold accepting the championship banner for her teammates, the College Jean Sauvé Olympiens. Our players of the game for Dakota were number 15, Taryn Rabb, and for the Jean Sauvé Olympiens, Brenda Budowski, number 22. We're now naming our League All-Stars. Is that Kyra Dick from Steinbach? No, there we go. That's Kyra Dick.
That is.
Yeah.
From Glenlawn, Dana Gobert.
Dana Gobert.
From Dakota, Jada Jigovich. And also from Dakota, Taylor McGillivray. From Jean Sauvé, Jenna Campbell. Also from Jean Sauvé, Julia Arnold. And last but not least, the 2018 and 2019 SCAC Conference Most Valuable Player from Jean Sauvé, Katrina Beckley.
So again, our League All-Stars. I apologize to whoever got named first, but our second All-Star was Kyra Dick from Steinbach. Dana Gobert from Glenlawn. Then we had Jaya Djokovic from Dakota, Taylor McGillivray from Dakota, Jenna Campbell from College Jean Sauvé, Julie Arnold from College Jean Sauvé, and the MVP for the SCAC Varsity Girls was Katrina Bentley. So congratulations to all the All-Stars. All right, we're going to turn our mics down. You'll see the highlight package, and next up will be the Varsity Boys, number 2 ranked Dakota Lancers versus number 3 ranked Steinbach Regional. So stay tuned for the match, folks.